Unbreak my heart, say you love me again. Oh, hey guys. Don't mind my singing. I'm Alex, thanks for clicking, and welcome to this lesson on talking about broken hearts. So many of us have had our hearts broken, whether because of a relationship or because you received some bad news, or maybe you really love a sports team and they lost and they broke your heart. So today we are going to talk about broken hearts and the different ways we can use the term heart and the verb break in different contexts, different situations, different grammatical structures. So first of all, again, the most common situation, if someone breaks up with you, ends a relationship with you, if you want to be very dramatic, you could say she or he broke my heart, right? In the past tense, she broke my heart, he broke my heart. Now, again, this, because it's a verb, break, you can use it in any tense you wish. So you can say, I have had my heart broken before. You can also make a prediction for your friend, like he's going to break your heart. So you can use it in a variety of tenses. You will have had your heart broken. You know, any tense you can think of. If you wanted to use this in a passive construction and say that you are the one, who had their heart broken, you could say this: I had my heart broken, or I got my heart broken. So the passive would be, I had my heart broken, I got my heart broken, okay? Now here we have the term heartbreak. And if you're talking about heartbreak, the noun, the concept of having a broken heart, you would use the verb suffer. So I'm suffering from heartbreak. And if you notice, I put two pop culture references related to heartbreak. So for example, Elvis sang a song called Heartbreak Hotel. And if you are a professional wrestling fan, you might be familiar with the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And he's a ex-professional wrestler. He's now retired, but he was known as the Heartbreak Kid and the sexy boy in professional wrestling. So you can also say a person who breaks hearts regularly is a heartbreaker, okay? So she's a heartbreaker or he's a heartbreaker. Someone who breaks hearts and doesn't, stay long in relationships, but just breaks people's hearts. So he or she is a heartbreaker. Now, let's look at some adjectives and some past participles as well. So, I was heartbroken when I heard the news. So you can have your heart broken by something. And if you want to say, use an adjective, you can say, oh, I am heartbroken, or I was heartbroken, or I'm going to be heartbroken if they lose, or when the news comes, or something like this. And instead of heartbroken, it's also possible to reverse this and say broken-hearted. Now, again, many more contexts we would use the term heartbroken. I'm heartbroken, but you can also say, he's a broken-hearted romantic or a heartbroken romantic. So they're both very similar meanings. I would say heartbroken is much more commonly used in popular speech, common speech. And finally, if you want to use, an adjective that describes a situation or news, a game, a movie, a book, or again, a situation, you can say it was heartbreaking. So the news was heartbreaking. It broke my heart. The game was heartbreaking. The loss of my favorite team broke my heart. The movie was heartbreaking. I just saw The Notebook and it broke my heart. It was a heartbreaking movie. Or the book was heartbreaking. I've never read Love in the Time of Cholera, but let's imagine, I'm imagining that Love in the Time of Cholera might have some heartbreaking moments, okay? So, just to get a quick review, the most common phrase is, he broke my heart, or she broke my heart. You can use it in any tense. He's going to break your heart. You had your heart broken. I have had my heart broken. Whatever it is. So Again, I had my heart broken. I got my heart broken. If you use the term heartbreak, you can suffer from heartbreak. And again, pop culture references, think of The Heartbreak Hotel by Elvis or The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And you can say he is a heartbreaker. She is a heartbreaker, a person who breaks hearts. You can be heartbroken. You can be brokenhearted. And something can be heartbreaking. Okay? So, don't break my heart. Please do the quiz on engVid.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you guys later. Bye. Unbreak my heart. Say you love me.